Well, hey, how y'all doing out there today? Listen, we know that there was just a mass shooting at two mosques over in New Zealand. It was an Australian-born man. We're hearing the same narrative that we've heard from our mass shootings over here in America, um, and some around the world, especially in the white colonized countries. A lot of these lead to gun control bannering and rhetoric and all kind of things except for what's going on. But I'm not bringing this up to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the ugly truth about this particular shooting. I'm not going to say if it's a false flag or not. I don't know anything about it except for literally about a dozen and a half articles that I've just read, mostly from the Asia Pacific area, New Zealand, Australia. Um, and I just want to show you what I see in it because a lot of our social problems, y'all, whether you want to believe it or not, is some of us not wanting to hear the other side saying, I'm being kept down, I'm being treated differently. If it was me in this situation, or if it was you in this situation, it would be different. And I'm sorry, I'm going to point out the real truth about this because I also see it not as more divisive um, splinters going in between us, not as a wedge, but as a way of looking at how the media and how the governments, even our police, all around the world in the white colonized countries do treat other people differently. And we have to pay attention to that so we can unite. We can say, yes, brother, you're treated wrong. Yes, sister, you're being kept down, and we can get somewhere from it. And this shooting is proof of it. And and I hope you stick with me to the end. If you really want to know how you're being lied to and how you're being manipulated, I'm fixing to show you right now. All right, now we're going to take this story. Some nut job, 20 something, man, mentally ill, hates Muslims, or hates his enemy bad. He hates Muslims. He writes a 74-page manifesto on exactly what he's going to do and why he's doing it. He goes over to New Zealand. He takes advantage of the fact that New Zealand doesn't have any gun control laws, that you can get semi-automatic weapons there. He goes into two mosques and he kills his supposed enemy. So another nut job going in and doing mass shootings. But this time, when the media puts it out there, they're not putting it out there like, oh my God, this man walked in and shot all these people, man. He used this particular type of weapon. We need to get rid of the guns. This is about gun control. New Zealand ought to have better gun control laws. It's not treated as if a Muslim man walked in and shot 49 white Christians. They would have shut down the airports. They would have shut down the bus stations. They would have had police all over that area. We've already had attacks here in America. Look at the Boston bombing where they went door to door after the attack to people's houses that had nothing to do with it to look for these Russian guys. So if it's somebody that's not white American, man, they get to looking for them folks, don't they? And they always got counterparts. They always got allies. They always got somebody else with them that helped them write the manifesto, and they got to go find them, and they got to go dig through stuff. The police would be all around other churches that would be like this, even if it was a Jewish church, and they would be all around these churches watching them and protecting them. You know what the police told the people, the mosque and the Muslim people in New Zealand? You know what the police and the government told them? Get you some armed guards and put them at the front door. Told them to get some armed guards and put it at the front door. We're investigating the rest of it. And yes, this may be an act of terrorism. May be an act of terrorism. The guy wrote a manifesto. He said the reason why he was doing it. He's also, I'm just going to put the whole story out there because it is the ugly truth. He's a white Christian from Australia that hates Muslims. He's believed this Muslim boogeyman lie that is killing innocent fucking people, y'all. This Muslim boogeyman lie gives you the right to sit back and allow the murder of other people and say, well, that's just a bad faith, or man, that's just them people, that's Sharia law, man. I can't have that here. We can't have this. We can't have that. No, nobody's going to change your law. Nobody's the boogeyman. Nobody's the evil person, but they get pointed out for everything they do. Just like over here in America, black folks get pointed out for every crime they do. It's either a Muslim person did it, a black person did it, a Mexican person did it, an illegal person did it. How about a man committed a crime? So this man commits a crime, but he's a white man, went into a Muslim church and he killed 49 Muslims. New Zealand's not shut down. I just wonder if a Muslim man went in and shot 49 Christians while they was praying, what New Zealand would be doing. what the media would be saying. Would the government be saying, hey, we're looking into that, this might be an act of terrorism, and go put some armed guards on your front door? Would they tell the Christian church to do that? So see, a lot of you are going to see this story in a lot of different ways, and this is the part of the mind manipulation that I was warning you about, and that it's ugly truth. So this is the part of it. I could care less about the narrative of the story being the same as all the other mass shootings. I could care less about if it's a false flag or not. I'm just taking the story that you were given, that you saw. So you had one of the very few reactions to this story. First thing you thought was, hey, this is a false flag. But if somebody was killed, I feel sorry for them. Then you think, well, hey, it's Muslims, they got what they deserve, or hey, we should be controlling guns. This is out of hand, and these mass shootings are getting bad. But no matter how you look at it, whether you believe the story or not, look at the government's reaction and the police department's reaction, and then reverse the roles. And that's where these people have a right to say, I'm being treated different. I'm being looked upon because of my skin color, because of the way I dress, my hair, my religion, what other people have done in my race or from my country. I'm being looked at and treated differently because of stories like this and things not being treated the same. Why do you think that most of the people are melanated that scream out no justice, no peace? Huh? Did anybody out there that ever bitches about people protesting, that ever bitches about people, oh, why are they always bringing up the past? Why are they always talking about this? You ever stop and think for a minute that they're the ones that mostly scream out no justice, no peace? The justice, the laws, the media, the governments, the police are all white colonized countries. Nobody can deny that. And I'm not trying to make a white, black issue out of this or religious issue out of this. I'm just trying to say that the laws that are in place say they're for everybody, but everybody don't get treated by the law the same. Everybody don't get the same reaction because of either their religion, their political preference, or how they want to live their life. And that's what has to stop. We walk around all pious and all thinking we're all that in a bag of chips, and we look at other people and we look down on them, and we talk about them stealing our freedoms, or they don't need to do this, or we don't need to do that, when all along it takes all of us. You look for a reason to hate somebody. What if you lose to, and that's been trained into you? That's a part of the mind manipulation I'm speaking of right now with this media story. You don't even see any sympathy from the United Kingdom articles that I read. They went to a little bit of gun control, and so did some Australia papers, but not enough. One New Zealand news outlet talked about gun control or really even showed any sympathy for 49 dead people. They mostly focused on the guy being from Australia, like they were trying to get it off their back. Like, well, he ain't from here, we're not going to let this change us. And hey, we told them to get some armed guards on their doors. We can't guard everybody, but you could guard the ones you were put there to guard. Some things are set up to protect certain people. They're set up to protect certain lifestyles. They're set up to protect certain religions. I mean, look on your money. On your money, it says, "In God we trust." You pretty much, America has rubbed this in the face that we pretty much know this is a predominantly Christian-based country. We have a lot of Jewish people in our Senate. We have a lot of dual citizenship with Israel. But it's based on the God of the Hebrews, so to speak. So is that the God we trust? And I don't see trust in any of these gods that anybody out there worships getting you nowhere. There's Muslims being shot. We've seen Jews being shot. We've seen Christians being shot right in their churches. I do believe in the guard at the front door. I am pro-weapon. I'm going to tell you that right now. We got to defend ourselves. The world is crazy. There's 8 billion people out there that's on psychotropic meds and being manipulated with frequencies in their mind while they drink fluorinated water. Yes, there's some crazy people. We breathe toxic air. We eat toxic food. Hell, we walk around on toxic soil. We got radiation levels out the ass that we never even are told about anymore. But crazy things happen. So yes, we live in a crazy, maniacal world. We have to be able to defend ourselves. But things like this happen. You don't go tell somebody put some guards on the door. You treat it like you would if it was a reverse role, if it was any role, if it was anybody walked into anywhere and shot anybody. If you're going to shut down airports and bus lines and go house to house for some Russian guys or for some black guys or for some Mexican gangsters, you're going to go through it for everybody, including the white Christian guy that wrote a 74-page manifesto on how he hates so much he's going to go kill people. And that's the last part of the mind manipulation. How the fuck did we get to a place on this whole entire planet where we found any death warranted other than the eye for an eye? I believe that. But nowadays we look at death like sociopaths. We can just see somebody bleeding in the street, and because of their religion or their skin color, just who they are, period, it matters if we love them or care for them or sad or happy that they're dead. How can we even live in this kind of hate? And it's almost like it needs to be wiped out, y'all. The level of hate and the, like I said, walking up to a brother or a sister and you're finding reasons to hate them first. We used to walk up and talk to people and have a small talk so we could find things to like about them, so we could work into conversation, so we could work into friendships, so we could work into building bonds and building community, friendship, brotherhood. Wow. But the media and the government, like I just proved to you, manipulates your mind. So you got to be smart. You got to be that guy that says, I'm the smart guy. All you out there whipping out your college degrees, all you talking about how smart you are, how wise you are, how knowledgeable you are. You got to use that now and seeing you are being mind fucked to hate your brother, and you are being desensitized to human death, to any death, actually, the death of your very planet. But human death for sure. We don't care about babies. We don't care about children. We don't care about the elderly. We don't care about nothing no more. In fact, we can find a reason to hate them and find a reason they should live or die right off the TV like that. It'll be spoon fed to you. Just put it on whichever news network or TV show you think is going to make you feel better. You've been played. You've been fooled. But the cool thing about being fooled is that's just the shame, the shame on them fooling. You can just say, I was fooled. You can stop living that lie. You can look at your brother. You can look at your sister. You can look at your entire tribe around you and say, I love you, and we're going to get through this. We're not going to hate. We're not going to wish death on anybody. We're going to defend ourselves. We're going to defend our communities. There are things out there that want to destroy us, whether it's an individual, whether it's a region, whether it's a country. It don't matter. A government, the New World Order, you can label anything, whether it's a natural disaster. Things will take many of us out at one time. And we're going to find reasons to hate that. We're going to find reasons to justify it. Well, no. I think everybody, all 8 billion of us, should be out there screaming, no justice, no peace. We allow war and murder to be the norm, like it's okay, and it benefits these super rich that manipulate our lives. And now things like this happen, and I see whole things change just because of who it is and who got it and who it was done to. And that's bad, y'all. That ain't good at all. Everything is the same with some things. It's got to be treated that way, or there is no equality. There is no justice. And with that, there will be no peace. And peace is our goal. Life, not peace. Life is our goal. And maybe we can find some peace in life. But this anti-life illusion of living that you're being shown, stop. Please stop. At least the thinking part. You don't have to walk away from the system. You don't have to pull yourself right out of the machine, but quit your own thinking. Go back to being you, that loving, caring person that you are. Look at things and be sad for them, but look beyond it. Look at how everything out here, especially since 2012 when propaganda was made legal again, has been designed to fool you and manipulate you and desensitize you to life, to living life. Breathing, heart beating, blood flowing life. It all has a right to live. That's some bullshit. It is all supposed to live, and we are supposed to coexist with it, and we're not, and this kind of stuff happens. And you're being fooled into accepting it. You're being fooled into thinking it's normal, and ain't none of it normal. Reverse the roles, walk in somebody else's shoes, look through their eyes for a minute, live with them for a little while. Don't be scared of the world, go be a part of it. And you'll see the more you mix it up with other people, the more you meet other people, the more cultures you see, the more bright eyes and bushy tails that run around you, the more you'll realize you're a part of something greater than yourself. You're something part of you're a part of something greater than a country or oh God, it's universal to me. We're a part of something universal. But we have to look beyond ourselves, and we have to look at how we've been fooled, how we've been drawn into this dark abyss of just uh, not questioning the fact that there's no light in the world, that we don't see anything good, that we just hate, that we have been programmed to hate on sight. I'll be thinking about that, y'all. I love y'all. I'm gonna get off here. I just really want you to pay attention to the way things are told to you, the way that your own perception even is almost spoon fed to you. Be yourself, figure it out. It's easy to do, and you'll do fine. I have the utmost hope and belief that every one of you will figure out that's all of this around us is wrong, and it's designed to make people rich at other people's misery and oppression, and we just can't have it. I love y'all. Peace, and don't live in fear.